1915, and that random guy on your screens right there is our founder, Mr. Carl Lemley. He is the man who kind of created the idea of bringing the public into the studio to watch how movies were made. But in addition to making movies, we also make TV shows here, commercials, music videos, reality show competitions. But in addition to being our very own studio lot, we are also our very own city. So everybody, welcome to Universal City. Here at Universal City, we do have our very own active fire station. It's this white building coming up on your right-hand side. We also have our own sheriff's substation here, our own medical services, our own zip code, our own theme park. But here at Universal City, we are also considered the strangest city in the world because nobody actually lives here at Universal City. We are entirely committed to the world of entertainment here. And once we reach the bottom of the hill, our first pit stop for today's studio tour is going to be making our way through what we call the front lot. And our front lot is where a lot of writing and filming happens. All of our production offices and all of our sound and editing facilities are all at the bottom of this hill. And when it comes to filming in our front lot, we usually film in the sound stages that are down here. And for anybody out there who does not know what a soundstage looks like, do not worry. We're going to be showing you quite a few of them, including Soundstage 12, coming up right here on your left-hand side, built in 1928. This is the oldest soundstage on the lot. We filmed the original 1931 versions of Dracula and Frankenstein in that very soundstage. But we also use this soundstage for other movies, including Scarface, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Inside one of our soundstages very recently, we built a replica of the White House for Oppenheimer, Universal Studios' 11th Best Picture Oscar winner, directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Oscar winners Robert Downey Jr. and Cillian Murphy. We also built a mansion set in another one of our sound stages recently for the third season of our Peacock original TV series, Bel Air, starring Jabari Banks and Ollie Schulten. And we usually do a lot of filming during the weekdays, everybody, so you are going to see some of the sound stages doors are wide open. So take a look inside. You'll be able to see a lot of construction going on in these sound stages. And due to the size of our sound stages, we can build sets in here that represent houses, mansions, castles, foyer sets, deserts, jungles, recreating faraway locations, real or imaginary, and giving those locations a sense of depth and reality to them. But one of the most unique personality traits about our sound stages are the fact that these are almost entirely soundproof. So 80 to 90% of all of the filming that ever happens at Universal happens in sound stages like these. A lot of the trailers that we're passing by are filled to the brim with camera equipment, lighting equipment, costumes, props, set pieces, anything that we might need for any regular day of production. And we do have a lot of production underway right now. Season 2 for the prequel series Ted, starring Seth MacFarlane, is currently underway. NBC's The Voice films here as well. And currently filming their 4th season right now is the critically acclaimed TV show Hacks, starring 3-time Emmy Award winner Gene Smart. That is one of my personal favorite TV shows right now. It is currently streaming on the streaming platform Max. Hacks is on Max, just remember it like that. The 4th season is currently streaming on the, or 3rd season is currently streaming on the platform Max. But they are currently filming season 4, which is going to be a very exciting 4th season. But once we're done with filming here, we go into post-production. We go into these offices, coming up in just a few moments on your left-hand side. And this is basically where we do all of our sound editing, and our sound mixing. But once we're done with filming, of course, we go into these post-production offices to clean up everything that we filmed earlier on. But coming up on your screens is just a quick montage of a few of the many productions that have been built and filmed in our sound stages here over the course of our 109-year history. We explore all different kinds of genres at Universal, including animated movies. We collaborate with 2 specific production companies to make animated films. One of those companies includes DreamWorks Animations. They are behind Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon. They're working on Shrek 5 right now. And they also have a movie that is out in theaters called The Wild Robot, starring Oscar winner Lupita Nyong'o and Emmy Award nominee Pedro Pascal. Definitely recommend that you give it a watch if you haven't already. But the other production company that we work with that makes animated movies, their logo is right over here. It's the logo for Illumination Entertainment, the company behind Minions, Despicable Me, and the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Now, for everybody out there who brought a drink with you on today's studio tour, get those drinks ready. We are going to be raising a toast to our first celebrity sighting of the day. Everybody say, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. So if you have a drink with you, get those ready. Looks like our celebrity guest has a bottle of beer ready with him. He's ready to go. He has a lot to celebrate. Earlier this year, Ted the Bear got his very own prequel series on our streaming service Peacock. And as I mentioned before, they are currently filming season 2 right now on the studio lot. But before any filming actually begins on the studio lot, we start at the very beginning, doing all of our brainstorming, writing all of our scripts, doing all of our budgeting, and we also need to pick which actors are going to be a part of our projects. So all of that needs to happen before any filming begins. That happens during pre-production inside all of these bungalows here on your left-hand side. These bungalows are currently occupied by production companies that collaborate with us here at Universal. But back in the day, these were used as dressing rooms for A-list actors like Doris Day, Rock Hudson, Jimmy Stewart, and Lucille Ball. But as I mentioned, these bungalows are currently occupied by production companies that work with us here at Universal. And one of those companies includes Mark Platt Productions. They are behind movies like Legally Blonde, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, La La Land, and they are also behind a certain movie that's going to be coming out in Thanksgiving. You're going to see right outside their office, just down this alleyway here, you're going to see a globe right outside their office that shows a Wicked Witch. Of course, Mark Platt Productions is behind the highly anticipated movie adaptation of the hit Broadway musical Wicked, starring Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Bowen Yang, Michelle Yeoh, and Jeff Goldblum. But one of my personal favorite offices here is Office 5195. Back in the day, this used to belong to the master of suspense, Alfred Hitchcock, the director behind movies like Psycho, Vertigo, The Birds, Rear Window, Dial M for Murder, Rope, the list goes on and on. We're also going to be passing by some of our newer sound stages here, including Soundstage 25, currently being used for Lopez vs. Lopez. Those wigwags are on, which means that they are currently filming right now. So I'm going to go off camera for just a few moments, going off mic. But on your screens, I'll show you just a little bit more about what to expect as we move forward in the tour. Now we are going to be in our backlot for the rest of the tour, everybody, showing you exterior sets that we use for outdoor scenes. So if we're not filming in sound stages like these, and if we're not filming in a real-life location, we're typically filming in the sets that we have here in our backlot. And usually on a regular day of studio tour, we would usually go inside of our Metropolitan sets, but as of right now, they are closing it off because they are preparing it and decorating it, turning it into a Boston neighborhood for our Ted prequel series. But as we move forward, you're also going to get a quick glimpse at our New York Street. That's going to be in a few moments here on your left-hand side. I do also want to mention you're going to see a lot of buildings here that look like they're made out of brick, out of stone, concrete, regular building materials. But almost everything here is made exclusively out of plywood, plastic, chicken wire, and plaster. And that just makes it a lot easier for all of our set decorators to change the appearance of our buildings and kind of accommodate them for whatever production is going on here at Universal, regardless of the time period or the location that we might be exploring. So coming up on your left-hand side in just a few moments, we're going to be passing by our New York Street. And our New York Street was used as 1940s New York City for Captain America, the First Avenger, starring Chris Evans. We did some filming here for Death Becomes Her, starring Meryl Streep, Bruce Willis, and Goldie Hawn. We had filming done here for Spider-Man 2, starring Tobey Maguire, The Amazing Spider-Man, starring Andrew Garfield, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, starring Macaulay Culkin. The list goes on and on. You'll see a few more examples right here on your screens. Now, when it comes to using our Metropolitan sets, it is important to note that a lot of the buildings here in our Metro sets are also practical sets. So we are able to film both inside and outside almost every building that you see here. But in just a few moments, we're going to be passing by this tram here. We're waiting for this tram to pass on by us, and then we're going to continue moving forward. So as we make our way forward, coming up on your left-hand side, take one last look at our beautiful Metro sets. Our New York Street is going to be coming up right here on your left-hand side. And we also used our New York Street as 1933 New York City for our 2005 King Kong movie, directed by Peter Jackson. And speaking of King Kong, we are going to be paying King Kong a visit in just a few moments. But once we make our way towards the top of this hill, coming up on your right-hand side are two retired effects from our studio tour from 50 years ago: the collapsing bridge and the runaway train. Now both the collapsing bridge and the runaway train are right over here on your right-hand side. Again, these are part of our tour 60 years ago, or 50 years ago actually. But as we round this corner, you're also going to get a quick glimpse at a very good-looking tour guide up here at the front. Surprise, it's me. Everybody wave hello to me. Give me all the attention. Hello, everybody. Also, wave hello to all your neighbors. Don't be shy. Everybody say hi, neighbor. Hi, neighbor. I just wanted to let everybody know real quickly, I am a real-life person. I'm not reading off of a script, so please laugh at all my jokes. It would make me feel really good. But as we make our way inside this tunnel here, our driver, Jose, is taking us on a little vacation. The road tends to get very bumpy. It gets very rocky in this tunnel. So make sure to hold on tight to all of your valuables and all of your belongings. If you brought a drink with you that doesn't have a lid on it, I suggest that you drink a little bit of it just so that it doesn't slosh around, so you don't spill it on your fellow neighbors. But we are going to be moving forward in just a few moments. You will need those 3D glasses in just a few moments as well. The director of our King Kong movie, Peter Jackson, is going to show on your screens and give you a little bit of insight on what to expect as we make our way inside.
The Universal tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Sky Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife in Sky Island. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We are just taking the Kong and Sky Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film. And this is, another day, another incident on Sky Island, using the creatures and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie.
Now again, as we make our way forward, get those 3D glasses on, have them ready to go. You are going to need them as we pay King Kong a visit in his hometown of Skull Island. Our driver, Jose, is taking us on a little vacation far away from Universal, far from Los Angeles. So have those glasses on, hold on to your belongings, hold on to your valuables, sit back, relax, and welcome to Skull Island. Everybody say, ooh, ah, ooh. Wave hello to the dinosaurs, they're very excited to see you. Ooh. Or maybe not. Look to your left, everybody. Look to your left. It looks like we're going off this cliff a little bit. Wait. Oh, man. Make some noise for King Kong, everybody. Round of applause for King Kong 360 3D. Catch your breath, catch your breath. You don't need those 3D glasses on anymore. They don't really work well as sunglasses, but if you're trying to make a fashion statement, go crazy, I guess. I know a lot of you were traumatized just now, but it is okay. We made it out alive, we made it out together. I'm realizing now I forgot to mention a really important detail about the tour today. If you happen to be in a blue seat by any chance, you might get wet throughout this tour. So just look around and mentally prepare yourselves. And yeah, your assumptions are correct. All of your seats are blue, so everybody be ready for that. But I do have a question. I can see all 4 cars in a row as we make our way down this hill, so quick show of hands. Who is here on the tour today for the first time ever? Any first-timers here? Oh, a few? Oh, wow, there's a few of you. Okay, cool. Wow, there's a lot of you. Okay, well, y'all lucked out because you have me as your tour guide, but also you lucked out because you survived King Kong 360 That was shown to you on 16 movie theater-sized projector screens brought to you by our friends in New Zealand at Weta Effects. And Weta Effects is behind special effects for King Kong, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and the new HBO series The Last of Us, starring Emmy Award nominee Pedro Pascal. Over here are some more of our Metropolitan sets. Again, for the duration of the tour, we're going to be in our backlot, showing you sets like these that are sprawled all around our studio lot. And imagine these sets kind of like Airbnbs. Production studios like Warner Brothers Pictures, Paramount Pictures, and many other studios. They like to rent out these spaces to use for their own productions. So keep that in mind as we move forward. This is not just Universal history here on the studio lot. This is Hollywood history as a whole. But we are very famous for all of our monster movies, all of our horror films here at Universal. And in just a few moments, we're going to be passing by a jaw-dropping mural by artist Tristan Eaton. Using only spray cans and spray paint, it is an incredible homage to 5 monster movies that brought us a lot of success back in the day. So, from right to left, you are about to see the Wolfman here, the Gale Man from Creature from the Black Lagoon, Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, and Dracula. This is a part of our legacy of making monster movies and horror films at Universal. It started with Dracula way back in 1931 and stretches all the way to our upcoming Dark Universe at Universal Epic Universe, opening next year in Orlando. Moving further into our backlot, we're going to be seeing less and less of our sound stages, including sound stages 30 and 31 on your left-hand side, currently being used for NBC's The Voice. And they just recruited a new vocal coach. His name is Snoop Dogg.
Hey, Studio Tour. It's your boy Snoop Dogg. Did you know that the Universal Backlot is home of The Voice? That's right. We take right in on Stage 31. Don't miss our incredible new season every Monday and Tuesday on NBC.
Now, as we move forward, you're also going to get a quick glimpse at our Western sets on your right-hand side. We will be visiting these sets a little later on in today's tour. But on your left-hand side is this gorgeous body of water here. This is called the Hollywood Ocean. And due to the size of our Hollywood Ocean, we transform Hollywood Ocean and turn it into any body of water we need it for. For the 1960s sitcom McHale's Navy, we used this as our very own Pacific Ocean. And also 70 years ago, we used this as our own personal version of the Amazon River for our 1954 3D cult classic, The Creature from the Black Lagoon. As charming and as devilishly good-looking as you can see he is here on your screens, The Creature from the Black Lagoon is only one of several iconic monster movies that were made here at Universal. And again, a lot of the most iconic monsters in cinema history had their humble beginnings on the lot, but specifically in Little Europe. That's the next set that we're going to be entering now. But right across from Little Europe, you're going to see these huge satellites over here on your left-hand side. Now, these satellites were responsible for broadcasting the Paris Olympics this summer, and if you were watching the Olympics, you might have been able to see a commercial for the Olympics that starred Sabrina Carpenter. And she is an artist and singer. She just released an album called Short and Sweet, which features 2 of her hit singles, Espresso and Please, Please, Please. If you're a fan of Sabrina Carpenter, you might have been able to see her doing that Olympics commercial, and it was filmed right here at Little Europe. So take a look around at Little Europe, look at all the beautiful architecture here. Even these cobblestone streets that we're driving on right now accommodate for any faraway European country, city, town, or village that we might want to explore. But a little more recently, we were able to use this area as the afterlife for all 4 seasons for one of my favorite TV shows, The Good Place.
You know the show's from this location, the afterlife. I've never ever seen it. this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Starring Kristen Bell, Ted Danson, William Jackson Harper, and Manny Jacinto. All 4 seasons of The Good Place are currently streaming on Netflix, and you can see our Little Europe sets used in almost every single episode. But also our Little Europe sets were used as the land of Genovia for Disney's Princess Diaries 2, royal engagement starring Oscar winners Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews. And Disney just announced that they're working on Princess Diaries 3 right now, so fingers crossed they'll be able to do a lot more filming over here in our Little Europe sets. We also had filming done here for Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, starring Brandy, Bernadette Peters, and Whitney Houston. But first and foremost, as I mentioned earlier, our Little Europe sets here are home to all of our most iconic monster movies.
What is it now? The monster. He's in the woods. Get out the bathrooms. Raise all the men you can. Lock the window indoors and wait for me. I'm ready. Light your torches and go.
Now you will notice throughout the course of this montage here on your screens, a lot of these movies, these black and white monster movies, were made during the early 1930s when we were very broke here in the United States during the Great Depression. Universal was very broke. And we found out that it was a lot less expensive to focus on specific genres of movies, which is why we focused so heavily on all of our black and white monster movies back in the day. But these movies also gave us an opportunity to kind of experiment a little bit with special effects. These movies were made at a time when we did not have computers, we did not have technology. We had to get very creative with our special effects, utilizing prosthetics, hair and makeup techniques, and also practical effects to bring all those monsters to life. So if it hadn't been for those black and white monster movies, we would not have a lot of the special effects that we have nowadays. But of course, if we're not filming in sets like Little Europe, if we're not filming in a real-life location, we're typically filming in sound stages like this one. And this is Soundstage 50. I was told before I clocked in today that they are using this soundstage today for an action movie, but I think y'all came on this tour at the right time, because I think the cast and crew is on their meal break right now, which means this soundstage is all by itself. And we are going to get the rare opportunity to actually make our way inside. This is considered a hot set. So that just means that the production designers, the set decorators, they've done all of their work. So this set is completely ready to go. It is ready to be used for filming. But you don't need those 3D glasses for this next part of the tour. Just remain seated, hold on tight to all of your valuables and all of your belongings. Our driver Jose and myself, we have not seen this set before, so we are going to be discovering this together in real time, which is very exciting. So we're just waiting for the green light to turn on. You'll notice these doors are humongous on all of our sound stages. These are called elephant doors. And due to the size of these doors, we can build and bring in elaborate set pieces of any size, of any kind into our sound stages. So as we make our way forward, sit tight, remain seated, take a look around. As we make our way forward, it looks like there's a production schedule over here on your left-hand side. I see some lighting equipment. There's a costume department in the far back corner. And judging by all of the posters, the maps, the directories on the walls, it looks like they've transformed this empty soundstage into the middle of a downtown San Francisco subway station. Now again, the cast and crew for this action movie isn't here right now, so we won't get a demonstration of what it is that they're actually filming in here. But to be able to see this set all on its own is really incredible. Uh-oh, I don't think they know that we're in here. This might be a simulation, everybody. Oh no. I think they're bringing to life a San Francisco earthquake. So just remain calm. Even though the roof is coming down back there, just stay calm. Oh my goodness, there's a vehicle coming down too. Careful back there, everybody, careful. It'll all be over soon. Just remain seated, remain calm, everybody. I hope everybody's all right. Oh no. Look to your right, everybody. Incoming, incoming. Congratulations, everybody. Y'all just successfully survived Earthquake, the big one. Seen right here on your screens in the TV show Bones. Our Earthquake attraction opened 35 years ago in 1989. So when I said earlier that I had never been in there before, when I said earlier that I didn't know what was going to happen in there, I lied. I'm really sorry. But we made it out alive. That's all that matters. And we're already halfway through, so I do want to check in real quick. If you're alive and well, if you're here with me, if you're having a good time, everybody say, ooh yeah. All right. Again, we're already halfway through, so if there's any serious emergency, you know what to do. Just pull that cord, remain seated. We'll stop the tram. I'll go back to assist you. But in the meantime, we're going to be taking you on a vacation to Amity Island now. This is, of course, from our 1975 blockbuster hit, Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. It says on this welcome sign on your left-hand side, it says the beach is closed today. We've had this beach closed for quite a while, just because we've had a few cases of shark attacks here in the last few days. But Bruce the shark is very well behaved. In fact, he just got back from a dentist appointment, so everybody look at his pearly whites. He looks really, really great. This is one of the oldest attractions on the tour. It opened in 1976. So sometimes we do need to check in to make sure that everything is working here, because the mechanical shark that was built and used for filming for Jaws during production in 1974 did not work during filming. On the very first day of filming, that mechanical shark apparently sunk to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. So it caused a lot of delays, there were a lot of setbacks and technical difficulties with the shark. The original plan was to have the movie Jaws ready to be released by the winter of 1974, but because of all of those unpredictable technical difficulties on set during filming, we did have to push the release of the movie to the summer of 1975. But Jaws was meant to come out during the summer. It was such a massive success. It is the first movie to have ever crossed $100 million at the box office, and for that reason it is widely considered as the first ever summer blockbuster movie. And just like we like to recreate sharks here at Universal, we also like to recreate the weather here. We have very strange, unpredictable weather patterns in sunny Los Angeles, and we like to use weather to tell stories. Anytime you see rain, you know that a sequence is about to be dramatic or romantic or upsetting, depending on how it's being used. And in just a little bit, we're going to be entering the oldest attraction on the studio tour. This area is called La Fiesta de la Lluvia, and that is Spanish for the Party of Rain. In just a few moments, we're going to give you a rain demonstration, but I do also want to let you know, lots of times when you see weather patterns in movies and in TV shows, they are kind of with the help of our special effects team. We actually have overhead sprinklers. See if you can catch them. They're on the roofs of the buildings, they're hidden in the trees, and our special effects team is on standby right now. They're going to help us with this demonstration coming up on your left-hand side. If we need to film a dramatic rain sequence on a sunny day here, we like to use strobe lights to make it look like there's lightning outside. Paired together with thundering sound effects, I'm going to need your help and your cooperation to bring this all together. On the count of 3, everybody say the word action as loud as you can and look over here, okay? All together, loud and proud. 1, 2, 3. Action! And look what you did, everybody. You made it rain. These are called rain rigs, offering heavy visible drops of water, easily seen by our cameras while we're filming. But we do need to save some of this rain for the other guests taking the tour today. So on the count of 3, everybody say the word cut. They'll turn those off and then we'll move forward, all right? All together, loud and proud. 1, 2, 3. Wow, y'all were even louder than that thundering sound effect that happened at the same time. That was great. Any moment now, any moment. I should probably warn you, if these don't turn off in time, usually thousands of gallons of recycled water start barreling down the hill. It's called our flash flood, and there it is right now. Sorry, I probably should have mentioned that earlier. Did I mention y'all might get wet on this tour? Because if I didn't, y'all might get wet on this tour. You can see our flash flood sequence used in Lady Gaga's music video for her song Judas. Judas, Judas. In that Judas music video, Lady Gaga does her own stunts as the flash flood comes down. But in that same Judas music video, Lady Gaga also does choreography right outside this church here. So welcome to Old Mexico. Look around. We used our Old Mexico sets as a wedding scene for What's Love Got to Do With It, starring Academy Award nominee Angela Bassett. We also had a little bit of filming done here for Nacho Libre, starring Jack Black. At the time that it was released, Nacho Libre had one of the biggest indigenous casts of that time. So it's a very special movie for sure. But as we move forward, we're going to be entering our Western sets, the oldest sets on the studio lot. And we used our Western sets recently for Quentin Tarantino's ninth film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Miss Barbie herself, Margot Robbie. These Western sets have a nickname. We like to call this area here 6 Points. So in the early years in Hollywood, a lot of our cowboy movies back in the day were silent films. So we did not use any sound or any dialogue for any of our movies back then. And because of that, we were able to film 6 different movies without any interruptions, all at the same time, right here on the street that we're on right now. Back in the day, this used to be a very busy street. But in addition to 6 movies all being filmed simultaneously, we also had observation decks and bleachers set up all around here. And we would invite guests to come in for only about 25 cents. These guests would be able to sit in and watch active filming happening right in front of their eyes. But if you're looking around, you might notice some of the door frames at 6 Points change in size. Some of them are a lot shorter, a lot smaller than other ones, and that's no coincidence. Some of our cowboy actors, like John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart, were very tall in real life. John Wayne was 6'4", I believe, but not everybody is 6'4". Some of our cowboy actors were a little on the shorter side, but in order to give off the illusion that they were taller while we were filming, we would have our shorter actors stand in some of these shorter door frames to make them look larger than life on the big screen. So for all of you short kings in attendance with us today, I see a few of you out there. Do not be ashamed. I am 5'7", so, I totally get it. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. But as we move forward, we're going to be passing by Amity Island just one more time. The director of Jaws was only 26 years old when he directed Jaws in 1974. He's also the director behind Jurassic Park, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, The Fabelmans, Schindler's List, West Side Story, the list goes on and on. His name is Steven Spielberg.
My entire career began with my relationship with Universal Studios just as a high school kid on a tour bus. Remember, in those days there weren't trams, there were buses called the Gray Line Tour Bus. And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. It was my first time ever on a movie studio lot. And during the bathroom break, I hid in the bathroom. When everybody left to get back on the bus, I waited another 15 minutes until I'm sure the bus left, and then I had the entire lot to myself that day.
Now, as we move forward away from Amity Island, you're going to see a lot of business coming up in this residential area here. That is because we are preparing for a Pizza Hut commercial right over here in this neighborhood on your left-hand side. This area is called our Elm Street. No nightmares have happened over here, do not worry. But all of these houses are empty shells, just waiting to be decorated and used for filming. So they are preparing to film a Pizza Hut commercial right over here. And on your right-hand side is our Chicken Ranch house. This was famously used in the best Little Whorehouse in Texas, starring Miss Dolly Parton. We also had a lot of filming done here for the House of 1,000 Corpses. One of the most frequently used sets on the studio lot is our Colonial Street. Now, we were able to transform it into Wisteria Lane for the Desperate Housewives. We used it for the Netflix TV show Never Have I Ever, created by Mindy Kaling. We used it as a Boston neighborhood for our Ted prequel series. But as of right now, there is a Progressive commercial being prepared to film in there, so hopefully Flo is doing okay out there. But as we move on, as we move forward, we are entering the final 20 minutes of our world-famous Universal Studios tour. Everybody say, "Aww, aww." I know, I've been having such a great time with everybody here too. Savor these last few moments that you can hear my buttery voice, because we will be separating in just a few moments, but it is no worries. Again, if there's any serious emergency, you know what to do. Just pull that red emergency cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram. We'll stop the tram. I'll go back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. This is currently what we like to call our wilderness road. Anytime that there's a character stranded in the woods somewhere, we do a lot of filming here. If any of you out there have watched the Netflix movie Bird Box, starring Oscar winner Sandra Bullock, a lot of sequences in that movie were filmed right here on Wilderness Road. And in just a few moments, we're going to continue moving forward. We're going to be showing you a few vehicles that we've been able to utilize throughout the years here. But the first vehicle that we're about to show you is actually an original glamour tram that we used when we first started giving tours here, way back in 1964. As we round this corner, you're going to see one of the original glamour trams that we used when we first started giving tours in 1964. Now, by the way, you are also going to see some picture cars here on your left-hand side, including the Jeep Wrangler and the Gyrosphere from Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, respectively. We have prehistoric picture cars from the Flintstones here. Dominic Toretto's Black Dodge Charger from Fast and Furious is here. And my best friend Bumblebee from Transformers is also at the end of this lineup. Now, I want to ask everybody a really quick question one more time. Is anybody visiting from out of town by any chance? Is anybody visiting from out of town? Okay, cool. Anybody visiting from outside the country? Oh, cool. Oh, that's great. We have guests visiting every day from every corner of the world to visit our studio lot. So whether you're an LA resident or whether, it's your first time here in sunny Los Angeles, if any of you ever need a place to stay, my biggest recommendation is coming up right here on your right-hand side. Leave a great Yelp review for the Bates Motel. This is, of course, from Alfred Hitchcock's 1960 classic, Psycho. It looks like there's a figure looming in the top left window of the Psycho house at the top of that hill there. We'll have to see for ourselves.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Although it was released in 1960, the movie Psycho has stood the test of time. It is still widely considered as one of the greatest films in cinema history. And as we make our way forward, I want to ask another question. Really quick show of hands. Is anybody here today for Halloween Horror Nights? Anybody here for Halloween Horror Nights? Oh, a few of you. Okay, cool. Well, spoiler alert, if you're here for HHN, you will be able to walk through this portion of our studio lot. And you're also going to be able to meet Norman Bates, the sole resident and owner of the Bates Motel. It looks like he's waiting for us over here on the porch of his house on your left-hand side. And he's very excited for Halloween Horror Nights. So on the count of 3, everybody say, "Hi, Norman." 1, 2, 3. Hi, Norman. How you doing, buddy? Are you excited for Halloween Horror Nights? Him taking out that knife, I'll take that as a yes. We will continue moving forward. Just ignore him. We're going to move forward. Don't worry. We're all good, everybody. We're all good. But it looks like as we leave our Psycho sets behind, we are entering our disaster site set from Steven Spielberg's alien abduction movie from 2005, War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise and a very young Dakota Fanning. And here on your left-hand side, believe it or not, is a real-life 747 aircraft. This is a real-life airplane, everybody, that was purchased by Steven Spielberg to use for the film. And at the very beginning of this whole process, he purchased this plane for about $60,000, which isn't too bad for a huge plane. But originally, this plane was all the way out in the Mojave Desert. And Steven Spielberg had to pay an extra delivery fee to get this plane shipped out here from the desert so that he could use it for filming here on the studio lot. And as we all know collectively too well, delivery fees are offensively expensive. And the delivery fee for this plane was an extra $200,000. As elaborate and as expensive as this set was, it is only seen and used in the movie for about 4 minutes in its entire runtime. But it is a very haunting part of the movie, of course. All of the houses that you see on your right-hand side are replicas of real-life houses from a real-life New Jersey neighborhood.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
And to sit down to talk about the War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Listen to me. Listen, close your eyes, okay? Now closed.
Now again, even though it is one of the more expensive sets on the studio tour, and even though it's only shown in the movie for 4 minutes in the whole runtime, it is a very haunting moment in the entire movie. And as we move forward, we're going to be going from one alien abduction movie to the next.
What's up, studio tour? I'm Kiki Palmer from Jordan Peele's film, Nope. What's a bad miracle? Well, you'll have to see our movie to answer that one. Until then, I hope you enjoy your visit to Jupiter's Claim.
In just a few moments, we are going to be entering the mind of Academy Award-winning filmmaker Jordan Peele. He is the writer-director behind movies like Get Out, Us, and his third and latest feature film, Nope, which features Jupiter's Claim, a Western amusement park that stands right in the middle of a UFO hotspot. And in the movie Nope, those UFOs disguise themselves as clouds in the sky. Take a look.
Did you see a UFO in that cloud?
Yeah. No.
I ain't never seen
Yeah.
nothing like this.
Hell no.
Now, the movie Nope, of course, stars Oscar winner Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer, Steven Yeun, and Brandon Perea. It is currently streaming on our streaming service Peacock. And again, in just a few moments, we're going to be entering the actual set that was used for filming for the movie Nope. The movie was originally filmed in Agua Dulce, which is only about an hour or two away from here. But Jordan Peele is such a massive fan of the studio tour, he wanted to bring this set from Agua Dulce and make it a part of the tour. So we are going to be entering it in just a few moments. But again, the UFOs in the movie Nope disguise themselves as clouds in the sky. There are a lot of clouds above our heads right now. So we're just waiting for the green light. We will proceed with caution in just a few moments. But also, as we move forward, you're going to get a quick glimpse at this ginormous blue wall over here on your right-hand side. That blue wall stands right in front of an empty pit that we usually fill to the brim with water. So we film all different kinds of aquatic sequences over there. That's called our Falls Lake. Even for the cars in the back who can't see it quite yet, do not worry. It's very, very hard to miss. It's going to be over here on your right-hand side. Once we move forward, you will be able to see our Falls Lake. If any Jim Carrey fans are among us today, if any of you out there have ever seen the movie The Truman Show, the very last scene in that movie when he's walking through the skyline, he's actually walking through that big blue wall. We also filmed Beyonce's Formation music video over there. There's a part in that video where Beyonce is standing on top of a car that's completely submerged in water. And we were able to accomplish that over there at Falls Lake as well. But here on your screens, you can see just a few more examples of Falls Lake utilized throughout the years here at Universal. Now, of course, a movie that specifically uses skylines to its advantage is the one that we're going to visit right now. Of course, the movie Nope, written and directed by Jordan Peele. And again, there are a lot of clouds above us, so we will proceed with caution. But here to welcome us to Jupiter's Claim is the mastermind behind it all. Oscar award-winning filmmaker, writer, producer, and director, Mr. Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible mission and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jr. Over there, look into the winking wreck. Have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Good Sharing. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. Welcome to the world.
Now, anytime that there is a power outage here at Jupiter's Claim, it typically means that there is a UFO in our midst. So we are going to be leaving as soon as possible, but take one last look around, everybody. Again, this is the actual set used for filming for Jordan Peele's third and latest feature film, Nope, starring Oscar winner Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer, Steven Yeun, and Brandon Perea, currently streaming on our streaming service Peacock. A lot of people recognize Jordan Peele specifically from his comedy duo from Comedy Central, Key and Peele, but Jordan Peele has shown himself to be one of the greatest new voices in modern filmmaking. His directorial debut from 2016, called Get Out, also starring Daniel Kaluuya, won Jordan Peele an Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. He is the first black person to have ever won in that category, and that movie also went on to be nominated for Best Director, Best Picture, and Best Actor in a leading role for Mr. Daniel Kaluuya.
I remember going to Universal Studios when I was 12 years old, feeling this feeling of wonder. You know, one of my first trips at Universal Studios, seeing the Jaws ride. One of my favorite movies of all time. Just feeling like, that's him. That's the Jaws. But I don't even know if that is the Jaws. I hope it is. Sharing a space with Hitchcock and Spielberg, I couldn't be more proud.
Now, of course, we have made our fair share of Academy Award-winning films. Of course, one of the most recent is, of course, Oppenheimer, the big blockbuster hit from last year, directed by Christopher Nolan, nominated for 14 Academy Awards, and it went home with 7, including Best Director, Best Actor in a Leading Role, Best Actor in a Supporting Role, and, of course, the biggest award of the night, Best Picture. We've had a lot of Oscar wins over the years here at Universal, a few of which you can see right here on your screens.
I'm great.
I know. We're gonna get a taste of your phone.
You never really understand a person until they consider things from his point of view.
Getting good. Getting good.
Leave the bed. I know when it's deleted. Get the phone. You never. I'm going my own way.
And I say, we have got to give them hope!
Between time one night.
I wonder what you're going to do.
Now, throughout the course of today's studio tour, I have been yapping at you nonstop, just giving you a lot of information about the history of the tour and about the lot, and, you know, that's all very good, but your new knowledge of the tour poses as a threat to one man in particular. All of this new confidential information that you've learned today is a threat to this man. He doesn't want you sharing any of this confidential information with anybody else in the park. And for that reason, we have found a hiding spot for us to take refuge in. This is a truck repair garage here. And the man hunting us down goes by the name of Owen Shaw. He will be hunting us down relentlessly to make sure that none of us ever see the light of day again. But you don't need to worry about putting on those 3D glasses yet. I'll be sure to let you know when to put them on. Worst comes to worst, if we're found in here by Owen Shaw, we have an escape plan ready to go with help from our friends from Fast and Furious.
My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. Buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you sharp for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot. We're having a few friends over, it's a little messy, but it's all good, the more the merrier. Especially you right there in that third row on the side. So look, see over there? It's Hobbs' urban assault vehicle. Best truck the U.S. government can buy. That work of art back over there was made by my man Tej. Think of it as like a Mona Lisa on wheels.
So did you break it down to me?
What's that?
You had one job to do. Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you. But to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the city to get tracking us here. So put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone will give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and meet you in there.
Now again, I'll be sure to let you know when to put those 3D glasses on. You don't need them on quite yet, but as we make our way into the next room, I think there might be some kind of party going on in this next room. So as we make our way forward, just be calm, be collected, be cool, act natural. Our goal is to blend in, everybody. So blend in. All right, remain calm. We're gonna figure out what to do next. Nothing to worry about. Roman. Hey, Roman, buddy, where are you?
This is what we doing. This is the race day after party. And what the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Him?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's like that. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Sure, Trace does. House can't hold forever. Buddy, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door. Roman, drive your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
All right, my friends, my comrades, you beautiful people. The time has come for you to put on those 3D glasses. Get those 3D glasses on, get them ready to go. Because our location's been compromised. Owen Shaw is going to be hunting us down at any moment. So remain seated, hold on to your belongings, and hold on tight.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Hook them up.
I got the whole by the horn! Don't think you're getting away! Find them!
Way to go, Lenny.
Don't climb up the missile shot!
Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got this.
Woman, don't shoot head from the bridge! Under construction! Everybody hold on!
Hit the nitrous.
All right, everybody, make some noise for Fast and Furious Supercharged! Woo-hoo! We made it out all in one piece. We made it out alive. We made it out together. Catch your breath, everybody, catch your breath. We could not have survived any of that without our superstar driver, Jose. Everybody, make some noise for our driver, Jose. A round of applause for him. He's going to be driving us back to the theme park so you can enjoy the rest of your time here at Universal Studios Hollywood. But here to also here to help take us home is our master of ceremonies, Jimmy Fallon.
Over the past 6 decades, the studio tour has taken guests on an amazing behind-the-scenes look at a movie studio in a way that only Universal can. I hope that you had a great time today. And on behalf of everyone at NBC Universal, thank you for joining us to celebrate our diamond anniversary. Here's to another 60 years.
In celebration of our 60th anniversary, we are so happy that you took time out of your day to go on this adventure with Jose and myself. We had a lovely time showing you around our studio lot. So if it was your first time on the tour, your second time, your 60th time, thank you, thank you, thank you. A big thank you to all of our annual pass members as well. If you're not an annual pass member, do not worry. I still respect you. I still appreciate you. If you'd ever like to get an annual pass, you can always check out the box office at the front of the theme park or at City Walk so you can find out how you can come back again and again. And if you haven't already, take one last look at our San Fernando Valley. Straight ahead on your right-hand side is Warner Brothers Studios. That's where they're currently filming the TV show Abbott Elementary right now. One of those bigger buildings that looks like a cheese grater, that actually belongs to Disney Animation Studios. Paramount Pictures are on the other side of the hill on your right-hand side. But all of those studios and many more like to come right here to Universal to utilize all of our sets and all of our sound stages. We have a lot of rich history here on the studio lot, so we are happy to have been able to bring you along for the ride. Obviously, on your left-hand side, we have a lot of fellow co-workers coming in and getting ready for Halloween Horror Nights. So for everybody out there who is going to be here for HHN tonight, I highly recommend that you download the Universal Studios Hollywood app on your phones, on your mobile devices. That way you have easy access to the wait times for all of the mazes and the rides that are going to be open later. And it also shows you the park hours and all the shops and restaurants that are open as well. But aside from that, again, we made it back all in one piece. That is all thanks to our driver, Jose. Without Jose, y'all would have had to walk through the studio lot all by yourselves. Over 400 acres of land all by yourselves. So on the count of 3, everybody say, thank you, Jose. 1